right. Thank you so much for downloading today's episode of the Red Pill Investor. My name is John Ashley, a pseudonym of a realtor here in the great state of Arizona, here to help you with your real estate sales skills. Why? Well, it's just sort of my way to pay it forward for all the people who've given me the tips, the tricks, the things to say to get the contract signed when I needed it the most. Their only request of me, well, simply pay it forward, and this is my opportunity to you. Thank you so much for downloading today's episode of the Red Pill Investor. I'll do my very best to give you the best content I can. And today, in episode number 474, we're going to talk about why should a seller take a wholesale offer? Why should a seller take a wholesale offer? That is a good question, actually, when you think about it. Now that we're 474 episodes into the thing, for crying out loud, it's about time we think about this very fundamental question about why should a seller take a wholesale offer? I mean, if you're new, you might be asking yourself, why would an otherwise rational human being agree to take their most precious asset, and sell it at such a deep discount? Now, look, I mean, while the individual reasons why somebody does something can vary from person to person, I mean, obviously, you've got your divorce situations, you've got your deaths, you've got your absentee, you got foreclosure. The advantages are still the same regardless of the reason. By selling it to you, they can make it more easily controlled. They can control themselves the condition, the cost, and the timing of the sale. And in today's podcast, we're going to talk about the 3 reasons why you should be proud of your wholesale offer. So if you got a pen and you got a piece of paper, I want you to write down point number 1. A true wholesale offer is as is. A true wholesale offer is as is. See, unlike what the consumer may be used to or the multiple listing service, we're not requesting any repairs to be completed prior to the closing. We're not asking for anything to be done whatsoever. No roof repairs, no air conditionings, no furnaces, nothing. We're not asking for you to repair anything. That carpeting that smells like cat pee, sure, keep it in there. Don't worry about it. That mess you got, forget about it. Who cares? Plumbing issues, including polybutylene piping, who cares? Leave it exactly the way it is. I like to say, don't even worry about picking up a paintbrush when I'm talking to a seller. They love that. See, when you think about it, a lot of times these issues would be financing issues. If they're trying to sell their home on the multiple listing service, these would be financing issues that would have to be fixed. Now, sure, if they could fix these issues, then they could sell the home regularly on the multiple listing service and get the most money. But that's not why we're here, is it? The advantage of a truly as-is offer is that you can still inspect it, just not ask for anything to be repaired. It's your opportunity to check it out to make sure it's what you think it is. Look for discrepancies or latent defects. And for a cash-strapped seller, a lot of times this is a really great option. This is something that they need, is a fast as-is kind of sale. And for some customers, exchanging equity in lieu of repairs is really a great solution for their problem. Point number 2. The second advantage to your wholesale offer. You pay all the closing costs. You pay all the closing costs. Unlike the deals in the multiple listing service where the price often includes what the seller paid for the buyer, wholesale deals have it reversed. See, it's not uncommon in the multiple listing service in 2015 for the sellers to pay for the buyer's closing costs many times, or to contribute certain percentages, 3, X percent, whatever percent, towards the buyer's closing costs. That's not uncommon at all. So when they see that that home is priced at $200,000, many times $6,000 of that can be part of the buyer's closing costs. So when you think about it, the actual sales price is closer to $194 minus any repairs. Wholesale deals, the buyer pays the seller closing costs, except for taxes and HOA liens typically. I mean, when you think about it, in the wholesale deal, the buyer is paying all those closing costs, and the advantages are crystal clear. It's much easier accounting. I mean, commissions are already figured into your offer, and really the only variance is what they owe in taxes and any other liens. They can figure out how much they're going to walk away with pretty much within a couple $100 pretty quickly. This just makes it so much easier for this already stressed out prospect to determine their final net result. See, this has got to be stressed to them so that they understand that this is the straight line approach to their bottom line. That way, they can figure out what they walk away with pretty easily. It's a no-nonsense, fast way to do it. Point number 3. The third reason why a wholesale offer is a great offer to get. Time. You can close when escrow is ready. Usually 7 to 10 days. Now, I understand that it's commonplace for real estate gurus to teach you to ask for a 30-day close and to get a 30-day inspection period on your 2-page contract or whatever. I understand that that's the standard that you've been accustomed to. However, as a real estate broker with 19 years experience as an investor, as a wholesaler, as a coach, I am telling you, I am begging you, I am imploring you, do not go after them with the intent to close in 30 days. Go in there with the intent to close quickly. Okay? This is many times what they want from you. Oh, sure, they certainly want to, know that you can close super fast if need be. Okay, they rarely want it, okay? But they just like to know that it's there. Understand that a wholesale deal is sold in 10 days generally. If it's truly a wholesale deal, it's sold in 10 days. And if you go out there and you try and get it for a 30-day inspection period, you have a 30-day close, a lot can happen between now and 30 days from now. That's a lot like a listing. You might as well be an agent. I've only got one question for you. How often do you want to get paid? Do you want to get paid once every 7 to 10 days or once every month or so? Or at all? No problem. By conclusions, I want you to understand by now you know how to maximize the 3 most powerful parts of your offer so you can be proud of it when you offer it to a seller. And for extra training on lead generation, lead conversion, inbound marketing, telephone skills, negotiating, and much, much more, be sure to check out the Prospecting Academy video series. I know that you're going to enjoy it. And until next time, have a powerful sales day. Bye-bye.